Are they powerful enough to pull that off, or is it all just fear mongering?
No, I don't think they're that powerful, but they're not powerful enough to pull it off, but they're stupid enough to believe it to be powerful enough to pull off. And which is now they even now they think they're taking over the world that isn't Islamic in any way. In fact, it's Wahhabi to the core, which is a relatively new cult that emerged only 100 years ago in Islam. That was an answer to the very esoteric Sufism. And these Wahhabis actually they take everything to the literal of things that aren't even in the Quran, but a separate book called the Hadith, which is a mixture of things that people thought that they heard the Prophet say. So some of these things are completely contradictory, but that's why you get things like they cut people's hands off for stealing, or it's a kickback to thousands and thousands of years ago. This used to be a standard practice around the world that thieves get their hand cut off, but they're taking us back to the they're taking us back to 1,000 years ago, really, hundreds of years ago. So I did want to say, though, that the moderate rebels may not want to create an Islamic state around the entire globe, but they do want to create an Islamic state, not an Islamic state. Let's be more true, a Wahhabi state inside Syria and Iraq. And these moderate rebels, you notice that the media uses the word moderate because they cannot use the word secular, because these groups are in no way secular. It's clear that anybody can see. So they use the word moderate, moderate relative to Al-Qaeda and Wahhabi deranged lunatics. But these moderates, defeat ISIS. They wouldn't be trying to destabilize and weaken the Syrian and Iraqi state and military. These destabilizations and the border being porous, and Turkey allowing ISIS and Jabhat al-Nusra in, and Turkey recently took Jabhat al-Nusra off the anti-terror list, and Turkey is a NATO member, so it does take orders from the United States. If the US was serious about defeating ISIS, they wouldn't be destabilizing Syria and Iraq. They would be strengthening them, and they wouldn't be allowing Turkey and the neighboring states to boost these groups.
Just